The Joe Rogan Experience.
And then was listening to these dudes quite a bit, and then led into the next deployment. I was there a month. Boom, almost died pretty hard. Teammates saved me, and we had blood on the ground. Like, I got blood on target, and then they made a hellacious movement to get me to the medevac. Long story short, I'm eating dinner in the hospital, one of the first meals, jamming out to these dudes, and I was like, Mom, I want to meet Sturgill Simpson. And then she tried to get a hold of him. SOCOM eventually did, and he came, hung out for like 2 hours. I made my friend now, General Baudet, wait like 15 minutes so that we could finish talking about what we were talking about, which when you're an enlisted dude, you don't make generals wait. But I was on a lot of ketamine, so it was sweet. But then Sturgill had it on his own accord to like donate to the foundation. So this little tour going on that coincides with the actual album release is donating to the Special Forces Foundation. So that helps Gold Star families, which are the families that remained of the friends that got killed on this trip. So there were 4 Green Berets and 2 EOD techs, and so that money's going to them, and that's what I care about. I'm alive. I don't have any legs below my knees for those that can't see my legs on the video anyway. And I don't have my testicles either, so that's a different set of challenges. But I don't care about getting taken care of other than the normal Army processes, but I want them to get taken care of from the foundation. So I'm grateful to have these guys as friends now. They're awesome. They're amazing musicians, but amazing people. And then I'm grateful to be here and just to push that out. So people that are coming to the shows, all that money goes to the foundation, and then people can go on the foundation's website, which is specialforcesfoundation.org. And yeah, I appreciate it.
I did DMT 3 times in a day.
Wow.
And the third time, it was a really strong one. And it fucked me up for a while. I don't remember how long afterwards, but this was during the Fear Factor days. But I remember reality, the way I described it, the reality was very slippery.
Yeah.
Very slippery. Like, I kept thinking that cars were going to fly over the incoming lane and crash into my car and kill me.
Oh, real slippery.
Yeah, I kept thinking, like, be really careful. But then I realized that what that is like my ego trying to protect me by making me aware of imminent threats and trying to reestablish its position as in the chain of command. Because like one of the things about really extreme psychedelic experiences that they dissolve the ego to the point where you realize like you don't really matter. Like you're a part of some crazy system, and the only reason why you think you really matter is because your biology wants to stay alive, because there's these inherent existential threats to your existence that have always existed throughout time. And you know, ultimately though, it doesn't matter because you're just going to live and die and probably live again and die again, and this is like this never-ending cycle. Yeah, and you're part of something.
One of those guys said anytime you're like fighting it, like you're just like, it just means you haven't taken it enough. I think that was like Terrence McKenna or one of those guys was like, you just have to take more and then you can't fight it.
Right,
and then
you're
just gone, you know?
Yeah, but I was fucked up for a while.
Really?
But I was functional. I was real nervous and weirded out by things.
How long?
Weeks, maybe months.
Why'd you do it 3 times in a day? Were you trying to do that on purpose, or were you just
I did
like bored?
The first time was light. I went in, but I didn't go in too deep.
Yeah.
But I saw the visuals, and I lay there, and I was like, I got to the door, and I could see through the windows of the house, but I didn't go inside. The second time, it just like opened up a fucking vortex and sucked me through to the center of the universe. And then it was really, really, really intense. And then I did it again after that. It's because I loved it, because it was so awesome. I wanted to do it one more time.
I got to do it more.
Let's start with Ari slipping me Molly. Let's start there.
You slipped a Molly?
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
How much?
It's enough.
Interesting.
How did you do it?
Where was this?
It was at his house.
It was
at
at my house in
podcast.
front of my children.
Oh.
We had a
This
shot
is in a
before.
safe
We had a
place.
shot before we started. I had to empty out a capsule and fucking put it into a shot.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
great.
No, it wasn't.
It was great.
It was not.
They're making me go on this fucking stupid shit.
Yeah, Joe, what kind of sociopath are we friends with? He did it to punish me.
Because I have to be sober. You don't give up Molly. You're only giving up alcohol.
I don't,
and
I
weed.
don't do Molly because I just got back from the doctor and he said, hey, it's time to get healthy.
I agree.
And so, yeah.
I agree.
You don't think it's fucking crazy that you would do that?
A bit. Yeah, it's
You're
a
not
bit
doing it
crazy.
to like your fucking college roommate. You're doing
Did
it
you
to
even get the Molly tested? Like, where are you buying this Molly?
No.
I've done it from my favorite Molly dealer. It's
and
great
you just
Molly.
spiked
It's
his
great.
drink?
Yeah.
High blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Emptied out 3 guys. You're all talking
I would
about
want
what
to
ifs.
kill you.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
fucking want to kill
He
you.
wanted to for about 10 minutes until the
wanted
Molly
to-
kicked in, and then he was fine.
When
How fun was it?
It's
talk about the positives.
It's Molly. It's fucking. I had to fly that night. I was on a fucking plane going like, when's this gonna fucking stop? Because I didn't know that orange juice kicks it back up. So I'm drinking
Orange juice kicks it back
vitamins
up?
for C.
I don't know.
You drink a lot of orange juice generally?
On the fucking plane, I'm drinking, trying to get hydrated because I'm on fucking Molly. And so I'm drinking Tito's and orange juice.
Wait a minute, you're drinking Tito's while you're on Molly?
Hey, Joe.
Joe,
I didn't
party's
pick
out,
Molly.
party's
Okay,
in.
I didn't pick the Molly.
But you already knew you were on it.
Yeah, and I was having severe panic attacks because I'm like, I don't do Molly. And I'm thinking that kid died from Molly in
Which
Mexico, that comedy writer.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it was that.
He died from Molly, and I'm sitting there
That was
going,
just a story.
I'm 46, I got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, I'm on pain, I'm on meds.
It was great. He noticed how great his wife looked, and he was like, she's awesome. I've got a great wife.
Yeah, I was
He's
definitely
looking
on
at her
Molly.
through the window.
Like,
Do you do this a lot? Do you
No.
spike drinks?
I've
Oh,
never done it before.
Really?
Yeah. The first time.
And what made you fucking want to?
Well, because I don't really want to do the sobriety things.
You mean for the
So
month?
you just
the month.
forced him to do a
So,
drug?
yeah,
a
so
hard
he's
drug?
doing it for me. Yeah, a fun, hard party drug. We had a
Would you
great
do
time.
that to Tom? Or would you only do that to Bert?
He said he'd do it to you.
If this
you do it
podcast
to
was
me?
yesterday, then yeah, you would have all been dosed.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I said to him, you
Probably
would not do
acid.
this to Joe, and he goes, 100% I would.
Yeah, if
I
this
was like,
podcast was yesterday,
"Bullshit."
it wouldn't have broken up sobriety.
But
Once
why
I got
would
the
you,
idea in
why
my
would
head,
you do that when you just offer it to us?
Yeah, why would
Yeah. Why the spike?
he wouldn't take it. No way he'd take it. You, I could offer it to. You're a fucking grown-up. But this child,
You're not a grown-up.
But how mad would you be if you got spiked?
I'd be very mad.
If you were at your house, it was your
I
last.
have something to do. The problem is if you have something to do, that's out the window.
you were good.
Thank you.
We were planning on
Gotta
getting
fly.
drunk at the podcast.
I was
said we're gonna get
planning on
bombed.
having a couple drinks with you, and then getting you out of my house, having dinner with my children, relaxing, getting on a plane, and going on tour. Instead, that's scrap.
You had so much fun. I don't believe your fake anger.
That's a
it's
real
not,
weird
there's no,
one,
There's
Ari.
no fake anger in this.
That's
I
a
was
weird one.
Here's what I did. Was
I'd like
I
to
was
be on your side with this, Ari.
Thank you. I
don't
appreciate
think
it.
I
I
can.
appreciate it. End of story. Thank you.
No, he said
He said he's not on
No,
your
I
side.
heard, that's not what I heard. He said how much he likes being on my side.
Look, I would like to be on your side too, but I would be enraged if
He
you
called.
did that to me.
He said I'm going to call Tom. He's going to be really mad at you. I'm like, there's no. Tom's going to die laughing instantly. And he goes, no, he's going to be mad at you.
God damn it. Because I really need to tell people
Yes.
what's going on, and they don't even know. But I know because I did the reading for them.
Yes.
And I mean, this is all just a social experiment to see how far they can push us.
Let's
away
make that
from
happen.
each other, out, and away from any kind of possible power we could have to coalesce and go, wait a minute, you guys are not going to take any more of our money for your fucking travels. Hey, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bitch.
Yeah. I do.
No. You can't. No. It was not in the public sphere.
What was
when
on
she
the po-
said it was in the public sphere.
Who is she?
Nancy.
Nancy Pelosi? Oh.
It was
We should have
not
known
in the
it was
public
Nancy.
sphere.
Goddamn Nancy.
Oh, Nancy.
What did she do?
Nancy is on my last nerve.
What did she
I've
do?
been saying it for 10 years, too. Nancy, you're on my last nerve. You've got a lot to answer for in San Francisco, what you have allowed on the streets there to the homeless people. It's disgusting. I go up there, and I am disgusted.
It's crazy right now. And I don't think most people know how bad it is.
People are living in shit and filth. Their children around drug addicts dying in the fucking streets of the richest financial district on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Where's that money going? I just like, and then Laura Loomer went up there to Nancy's vineyard trying to find her. It's like, if you guys don't get yet that it don't matter who the president is, it's all a fucking scam to put public money into private pockets and nothing else. You're being robbed and nothing else. And they're both doing it. Both parties, both sides, both up and down. It's about the American people. We have got to go to Washington. You know that movie, Mr. Smith? I think about we all need to be Mr. Smith and all go to Washington. It's like, this is our government. That is our tax money. And it will be audited as Trump has promised. And as long as President Trump continues to make the moves to keep that promise to us, I will be supportive of him because that needs to happen. The Federal Reserve must be audited. And we have to thank President Trump for going in that direction.
How much time do you spend thinking about this stuff?
18 hours a day.
You went hard in the paint.
Oh, dude, I was supposed to go so much harder, too.
Really?
Yeah, I had to cut a lot of jokes.
Why'd you have to cut a lot of jokes?
Because Caitlyn Jenner didn't want us talking about her car crash. So.
Jesus Christ.
That was like the bulk of my material.
Don't be here.
I know. She didn't even know that it was possible that we were going to do that.
Oh, my God.
I was like, because Comedy Central was.
Think that?
I know. Comedy Central told me, they're like, listen, we don't think Caitlyn knows that those jokes are coming. And I was like, will you tell her or will someone give her a heads up? Like, and they're like, we don't want to alert her because she might not want to do it now. So
who decided to not do the jokes?
I was doing the jokes around town to get ready for it. Like, I was going like, Caitlyn Jenner, such a beautiful woman you killed with your car 4 years ago. You know, stuff like that.
Right.
I loved you on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, just like different things. I love that you're a woman that can't menstruate, yet you still manage to have blood on your hands. Like, great jokes. And
can't menstruate?
You can't menstruate.
Menstruate. Oh, okay.
Menstruate.
Menstruate.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you still manage to, you can't get your period, but you still manage to have blood on your hands. And I was and they were like my favorite jokes of my set. They like did this, like worked the best. I was working the set up for like a month before. And
who told you to not do them?
Well, Comedy Central strongly advised me not to. They never said you can't. They've never said that to me.
So why'd you decide not to?
Because Caitlyn Jenner heard the morning of, they had a call with her the morning of the roast, that she had heard, apparently someone's doing jokes about me and my car crash, and if I hear that was a very devastating thing that happened to that family, and a woman lost her life, and if there's a joke about it, I will walk. And
that would have been awesome.
That's what I told Comedy Central.
That would have been awesome.
Before I heard this, I was like, if she gets upset, because they were like, if she gets upset, there might be a moment where, you know, the cameras go to her. And the problem is I was going first and I was doing all the jokes about the car crash. Now, if I would have upset her first off, then the whole show's thrown off and it's weird in the room. I said,
it would be great.
Bad press is good press. It's going to get written up so much more.
Yes.
You guys, come on.
Yes.
So I start driving around and it's still doing its forward, back, left, right. It's still pointing north-south. We get to about the 12 o'clock position. I'm just in a nice, easy descent. And a reason, because I've been asked, could you go more aggressive? You can, but when you're out over water, the water looks the same at 20,000 feet as it does at 2,000 feet. You don't, so you can easily put yourself in a non-recoverable position if you're not paying attention and you go into the water. So I got this nice, easy descent. I get to about 12 o'clock, and as I'm coming down, I could guess probably about, 18,000 feet now, a couple thousand feet below the other airplane. The tic-tac just kind of rapidly goes boop and turns, so now it's kind of pointing east-west, and now it mirrors us. So it's above the surface. We're up high, we're coming down, it starts coming up. I'm like, well, this is getting interesting. So we kind of drive all the way around a circle. I'm descending, it's coming up, and I get over to about the 8 o'clock position on the clock, and it's over at about the 2 o'clock position. Well, the quickest way, as we know as kids, to get someone, you can keep going around the circle, nothing's going to happen. You cut across the circle. So I'm about, probably 2,000 to 3,000 feet above it, and I just kind of drop my nose aggressively, and I cut across the circle, and it's coming this way. Because I'm trying to fly to where it's going to be because I want to join on it. I want to see how close I can get to it.
Right.
And as I'm pulling up, it's kind of starting to cross my nose and it starts to accelerate. And within about less than a second, as I start to pull nose onto it and it crosses right in front of me, it just goes poof and it's gone. So I call the other airplane and I said, hey, do you guys see that thing? And they're like, sir, it's gone. We don't see it at all. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. So we don't see it. We're looking. At the same time, I say, hey, let's turn around and let's go back to see what was in the water. Was there something there? So we turn around. We're right there. We haven't gone anywhere. It's gone. Water's perfectly. There's no white water, nothing. It's just blue. We're like, okay. So we turn back around. Now we're heading back out towards the east. And I tell the controller, I said, I first said, I'm kind of weirded out. And I told my backseater that. And we start heading back, and the controller on the Princeton comes up and he says, sir, you're not going to believe this, but that thing is back at your cap point. That was our original point where we were going to hold 40 miles south of the ship. So this thing has went from wherever we were at to, about 60 miles in, maybe 30, 40 seconds. It's already over there. And they didn't track it. It just appeared. It shows back up on their radar and they go, it's here. So we're like, okay.